Check it out! BrokenBox TV, they got the best shows.
Or you know what else they do? They wrap it up and just light it up and start smoking.
What are you talking about?
Weed, and it rolls up and start smoking. Yeah.
This is Rich with another episode of BrokenBox TV on a soggy day in Miami-Dade County. We're here with Mr. High Noon.
What's happening, brother?
How are you? Thank you for having us today.
Yeah, thanks for coming by, man. I know it's rough because everybody's just celebrating the Heat just winning.
Oh, that's another thing we got to shout out one time from my Miami Heat and the 2012 NBA championship and LeBron James doing it real big.
Yes.
So let's just get right into it. We were talking earlier about where you were from originally, and that is?
Brooklyn, New York, East New York to be specific. It's pretty much, you know, one of the worst parts of the city. So I'm glad I made it out of there.
Being from New York, do you find that it was easier to get inspiration from the street in terms of like the graffiti culture and even certain like street comic book artists like Von Bodie and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Von Bodie. I'm actually trying to get a tattoo of him.
Oh
right
yeah?
Now. Yeah.
Of Cheech Wizard or Von Bodie?
Cheech Wizard. Wizard. But yeah, a lot of the street art definitely. I started out actually on walls. You know what I'm saying? In New York, you know, we used to.
As a writer?
Yeah, we used to do all that stuff that you hear about, jumping rooftops and breaking into
bombing the
trains
and stuff
like that. You know, but I'll never tell you what my tag was.
No love for NYPD. Did it take you a long time to learn how to tattoo effectively, or because I mean I don't know anything because I'm not an artist, obviously, but I mean it looks and feels like it would be a lot different from, you know, taking a pen to a paper and then, you know, drawing something, you know, you're putting it on like a living thing.
Yeah, so it's way different. It's cool, you know, like again, like when you talk about the spirituality of getting tattooed and applying tattoos, you know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody forces anybody else to get a tattoo. People want to express themselves by putting something permanently on their body, you know what I mean? So being the person that applies it, you know, you kind of form a bond with somebody during it, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to kind of like put into words, you know what I mean? But it's definitely more than just a business. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual thing. You're changing yourself. You're going against all your natural instincts to jump up out of that chair because you're in pain and you're staying there and you're taking it. You know, that means something.
Do you think that certain people have a misconception or misperception about a tattoo artist or a person with many tattoos just because of the stigma that's been attached to it traditionally, especially in the Western Hemisphere and Western culture?
But yeah, every once in a while you'll run into somebody like that.
Do you like the fact that you can change people's perspective on those things?
Definitely. I mean, if people do their research, tattooing has been with us since the dawn of time. You know what I mean? So as long as civilization has been around, tattooing has been around in one shape or form. You know, and you know, a lot of people say, oh, you know, I practice medicine or I practice law, you know, but nobody says they practice tattoos. You either do tattoos or you don't, you know what I'm saying? So like, while even the medical profession, and I have enough respect for them, whatever, but they're still practicing. Tattoos are like tried and true, you know? So a lot of people don't look at us as being that serious as far as it goes with like the cross-contamination and just sticking to the health codes and everything like that. But we've been at this a long time, and you know, we're not about to get anybody sick.
I mean, I would hope not. Looking at all the work you've done and the work on, you know, your subjects, you can tell you're obviously a talented individual. Can you talk a little bit about the competitions and things that you've won in your career?
Wow, tattoo industry is really becoming competitive now, especially over the last 10 years. A lot of other artists like myself that are used to different genres are coming to tattooing because they see the possibilities now. Like in the 90s, basically tattooing was, you know, words and like tribals and stuff like that, which are cool, you know. But now you're seeing people with like Dali pieces on them and like reproductions of great like classic artwork on them, and you're like, wow, you know what I'm saying? You're seeing people that have portraits on them and stuff like that, not only in black and gray but in color. You know, and it's a really exciting time to be in the business, but at the same time, it's getting flooded with a lot of people.
Do you think that dilutes the honesty in the art, or do you think that it forces the true artist to do more with what he's given?
Yeah, I think it's the latter of what you said. I think definitely a true artist would rise to the occasion by nature.
What was that experience like, tattooing at Art Basel? Because that is like something that, you know, billionaires and like art dealers and, you know, cream of the crop, you know, the Andy Warhols of today are at Art Basel. Can you talk about what that experience was like, being like in the middle of, you know, the biggest art fair in the world?
Yeah, it was crazy, but like crazy in a good way, you know, because like I said, I mean, there's nothing really over there set up for what I do. So I basically had to create a small environment where I could work and keep everything like sterile, so like that, you know.
Obviously.
Keep everything up to health codes and everything like that. But apart from that, I got a lot of interest from people that I would normally never see coming into the shop. You know, we're located pretty much in the suburbs where everything usually happens for tourists and stuff like that, down by the beach. You know, so a lot of people got to see what I do, and you know, I got to talk to a lot of people and pretty much educate people that were really curious about what I do and never had a chance to like step foot in the shop or felt funny setting foot in the shop. I think it really helped broaden their horizons, you know? and mine too. I like being here.
Thank you once again. It's been a pleasure and a distinct honor to be with you here today.
Likewise.
You can check out High Noon at Facebook. That's facebook.com/HINOON, correct?
Right.
And on Instagram at
HIGH_noon.
So remember to check them out. This has been another episode of BrokenBox TV.
Yo, you're good, bro.
Good answers, man. I just asked questions, man. I tried to stay on topic, but